Hello and welcome to Do Life. What a joy to come to you this special day with this same important message that we started 3 weeks ago. I hope these sessions had meant a lot to you, and it is my prayer that these teachings had not only helped you, but you've considered it necessary to share with loved ones or those you care about, because it is so critical in this time and age for people to hear such messages that will help them to be able to live victoriously, successfully, and also productive lives. I want to take this moment to once again ask you, in case you have not subscribed, liked, or shared, it is important you do so. Make sure that these messages are shared with your loved ones, friends, family members, husbands, wives, children, parents. I do believe that they would thank you for doing so. 3 weeks ago, I began the teaching on understanding times and seasons. Understanding times and seasons. And the following week, I picked up on discerning the right timing. Many people make mistakes, they miss great opportunities, and they actually miss out on their purposes in life because of misdiagnosed or miscalculating the right timing. And last week, I dealt with timing, but this time, making use of time, making use of the right time. Today, I'm going to address timing, but in a different way. And you know that when we do life, we don't like to use too many scriptures because we want to be very practical. We want to talk about matters of concerns. And if you want scriptures, go back to the previous messages and get the scriptures to support the points I'm going to make this evening. Timing is everything. That is the key. Timing is everything. Everything in life is built around timing. And I explained last week, I said timing is the ability to choose the right moment to do something. Timing is the ability to choose the right moment to do something. Also the right moment to act. And also the right moment to say something. Is the ability to choose the right moment to do something. Also to act, as well as to say what ought to be said. It also is a period when things happen. Period when things happen, or period when something happens. Timing is everything. Now, I would like to just go straight to the point and address this point. I said timing is of essence. Don't waste time, because time is, even though it's a gift, is yet alone, and you don't own time. So make sure you don't abuse time. But before I go deeper into what you're not supposed to do with time, just keep this in mind. If you waste your time on those who don't value your time, and you wonder about what they are saying, you would be stuck in one place and not go forward. I also said something I personally learned is not to waste my time to prove my value to someone who doesn't like or show any interest in my success anyway. It is not your responsibility to please your enemies, but it is your responsibility to love them, forgive them, but don't allow them to take your time, your energy, and turn it into a toxic waste in your system by making you sad and depressed. Don't waste your time trying to defend yourself, particularly around those who dislike you, or those who don't believe in you, and those who don't trust you. There are some people, no matter what you do, they won't trust you. Don't waste your time trying to get the meaning of what they said and what they mean. Don't waste your time. So let me say it again. Never waste your time to prove your value to someone who doesn't like you, someone who doesn't trust you, someone who doesn't believe in you, and someone who doesn't care about whether you're successful or you fail. In fact, those who are not interested in your success usually rejoice when they see you fail. And I pray that this message will help you to put those naysayers to shame. So you have to understand the importance of time, the essence of time, and make use of time. Time is a gift. Time is not waiting for anyone. Time is constantly moving. So if you understand the importance of time and that you are here for such a time as this, then anything and everything that you do, add time to it and become sensitive, be time sensitive. You don't have forever. You have a period, a time, and a space to do what you are called to do. So make sure you don't actually throw dust in your own future or put blocks, stumbling blocks in your own future. So make sure you take the word timing seriously and apply it where necessary. I mentioned 7 things, and I'd like to go through them again. I talked about what you can do with time, what you can do with the time. And the first thing I said was you have to first and foremost find time. Find time. Find time. You hear people say that I don't have time, I can't find time. No, you can find time, because anything that is important to you and anything you like to do, you always find time to do it. I know you find time to eat, you find time to take a shower, you find time to clothe yourself, you find time to drive, you find time to read, and you find time to watch television. You find time to do the things that you deem important to you. So the same way, I want to just inform and advise you. Make use of time, find time, and don't lose time. It's important. Number 2, you have to make time. See, finding time is one thing, and making time is another thing. Making time means you are allowing yourself to intentionally devote part of your devote part of your schedule towards time. Make time. Make time for prayer. If it's important to you, make time to read. Make time to go to church. Make time to build relationship. Make time. Make time. Not only making time for everything around you, but also make time for yourself. There are some people who don't make time for themselves. And I believe many people go through nervous breakdown prematurely. Many people go through depressions prematurely, and they lose interest in the very things that they prayed and wished for many years. They don't make time for themselves. They make time for everything else but for themselves. Some people are workaholics. Simply put, they work and work and work and work and work and don't make time for themselves. Because at times we all feel success means kill yourself and literally waste yourself, hoping that when you waste yourself or you lose yourself, people will acknowledge and appreciate your efforts. No, make time for you. I have to learn the hard way. I have to make time for myself. And when I'm making time for myself or making time for me, I don't allow anything or anyone to interrupt that. And I'm still learning. I just started taking this quite seriously. Make time for me. Have me time. It's very important. You need to have a me time. It doesn't mean you are selfish. It doesn't mean you're cruel. It doesn't mean you don't value others. But if you don't have you, how can you help them? If you don't love you, how can you love others? So making time for yourself is very important. So first, I said find time. Secondly, I said make time. And thirdly, you have to what? Use time. Time ought to be used. If you don't use time, time will just walk past you. You have time, use it. Take advantage of time. Use it. When time presents itself to you, you have to use time. You don't walk away from time. Make sure you make time for time. Make sure you use time. Everything that you do, again, is time sensitive. You find time, you make time, and you use time. That's the third thing. The fourth thing that I talked about is spending time. Now, you spend time with people you love. You have to spend time with people you love. If you love God, spend time with God. If you love the Word, spend time with the Word. If you love someone, spend time with them. Don't just love them from afar. Spending time is very important. It is the case. I mean, when somebody tells you they love you, what do you always ask of them? Please, make time for me. Please, spend time with me. It's important. I mean, making time is good, but spending time is also gooder, if I may put it that way, or better. Spending time with the people you care about is very important. Now, don't allow your present circumstance to frustrate or confuse you of your better future. Make time with the people you see are going to be part of your life. There are some people you recognize are important and necessary in your future. Spend time with them now. Spend time with them now. And when you spend time with them, you find yourself ahead. So first, you find time. Second, you make time. Third, you use time. And fourth, you spend time. The fifth one is redeem time. It's very important. You have to redeem time. What do you mean redeeming time? Redeeming means that you are rescuing or you are pulling something that can go wrong back on track. Redeem. And that's what God did for us. God redeemed us from the curse of the law. Christ redeemed us from the curse of the law, being made curse for us. Because it is written that cursed be any man that hangs on the tree. He hung on the tree and promoted the blessings of Abraham upon our lives. He redeemed us from corruption. He pulled us when we were actually at the point of destruction. Redeeming. Now, another point of redeeming is this. Listen, if you have spent half or 70% of your life in waste, the 30% of it, you can redeem it. That means your latter years will be greater than your former years. It means you are redeeming the time. There are some things you said, I put my energies in, my resource in. I wasted time in this area. I wasted time here and there. But now that I've come to realization, I am going to redeem the time. I am not going to let this short moment or this short period or this short time that I have on earth pass me by. I am going to redeem the time. I don't care how many mistakes you've made. And it actually makes no sense trying to hang yourself over things that you cannot change. Redeem the time. I mean, you have to remind yourself and remind the people who sees you as then, that you are not then, you are now, and you have a better future ahead of you. Redeem the time. You can redeem the time. You can say, you know what, I spent 30 years working here and there. I didn't see any way out. I wasted my energy. I spent 20 years, 50 years in this relationship. It didn't amount to anything. I worked like a slave, and I didn't get anything in return. But now that I have come to wisdom and knowledge and understanding, I am going to redeem the time. I'm going to make use of the time that I have so you can redeem the time. There are some things you were supposed to do. You didn't know, but now you've got the revelation. Now, make use of it. Redeem the time. Redeem the time. So first, again, what to do with time. First, find time. Second, make time. Third, use time. Fourth, spend time. Is that correct? Fourth, spend time. Fifth, redeem time. And sixth, protect time. Now, let me point it again. There are so many people that if you allow them, they would literally ruin your time because they don't know what time it is. So you got to protect time. Protect your time from those, if you allow in your life, will destroy your time. Protect your time. I mean, don't allow people who don't value time to sit on your time. Protect your time. Time is of essence. If you are actively involved in an assignment and you are doing what you are called to do, you know that you are connected to time and it's all time sensitive. You don't want people to come and waste your time. You know, I can tell you there are people who always request to meet with me. I used to do that, but I got to a point I stopped. Because you waste all your time sitting with people doing this counseling thing. Let me explain to you. There's nothing wrong if it is your call and ministry to counsel people. Do it. Do it. But make sure that the people you are counseling, they respect and appreciate your time. And that the things you are sharing with them, they will take them seriously and apply them. There are some people who can sit with you for years. You could tell them everything there is to be said for years, and they will never apply it for a minute or apply it for a second. Why? Because they don't value the message you've given them and the time you spend with them. I used to spend time with people, want to counsel everybody, and I thought I was the savior of the world. And one day, I felt a heaviness upon me because the persons I sat to help, I realized that they were not ready for help. And it was a trap that I was falling into. From time to time, they will call me and they say, it's urgent. Then I'll meet with them. And when I meet with them, they will go back and forth and be fighting in front of me, and I find myself being a referee. And by the time they leave, I get drained mentally and emotionally. In fact, there are times they fight and say things negatively to each other that when I'm done with them and I'm on my way home, some of the words they use, demeaning words, bad words, begin to come through my mind. And I begin to ask myself, man, if these people could say these words to each other and still be together all these years, it means that there's something about these words. And I found myself getting sad and depressed. And I realized that, hey, I got to protect my time. If I don't, people will use it anyway and anyhow. Because if you go to a lawyer and you start talking to a lawyer, he's watching the time. If you go to a doctor, he knows that he can see a patient within a particular time. So he won't sit with you to tell him all your life story. I mean, if you go, there are certain places you go, whilst you're talking to them, they'll tell you, listen, I only have 5-10 minutes. So hurry up and tell me everything you have to tell me within the time. Don't let people cause you to sin or cause you to be a bad person. Protect your time. If you don't, people waste your time. There are people that you feel, hey, if I'm able to do this and do that, I'll save the world. When I was young, that's what I thought. I felt, hey, I can save everybody. And one day God said to me, what made you believe you can save everybody? What made you believe you can save everybody? You cannot save everybody. Number two, you can only help people that want to save themselves or allow me to save them. You are not their savior. You are a helper, but not a savior. You've got to save yourself or allow God to save you. But again, if you go to God, you know that God is a timely God because he does things timely at the perfect time. That's why he does everything beautiful in his time. God is a timely God. He won't let you waste his time. That's why he even said there are some people who don't understand the importance of time. They pray and pray and pray, repetition, wasting their time and wasting God's time. Make sure you protect your time. Don't let people just take advantage of your time because you are a good-hearted person. Don't let people abuse your time. If you're in business, protect your time. If you're in ministry, protect your time. If you are in humanitarian organizations, protect your time. Make sure that you do things that will preserve you in the long run. Protect your time. That's the 6th point. And the last point in that regard, what you should do with time is save time. Save time. Save time. You know, if you live within United States or Europe and other parts, different parts of the world, they go through changing of time. In winter, in spring and fall, the time changes. And they call one time saving. You save time. You got to save time. There are some things that you can take 20 hours to do it. But if you can do it in 17 hours, that's great. You save 3 hours to spare. There's some work that it can take you 8 hours to do. But if you can do that work within 4 hours, you have 4 hours to what? Spare. You have to what? Save time. Save yourself time. Save yourself trouble. Save time. There are some things that if you don't do, you would lose time. Save time. So let me go through what you have to do with time again quickly. First, you have to what? I said the first thing you have to do is you have to find time. Number 2, make time. Number 3, use time. And the 4th, spend time. Number 5, redeem time. Number 6, protect time. That's your time. And number 7, save time. Don't lose and waste time. Time is precious gift. And again, let me repeat, because repetition is always good. Time is precious gift. It is a loan. You don't own it. It is costly, though, to those who don't value it. If you don't value time, it's going to cost you. So keep that in mind. There are 4 things that I mentioned that I like to repeat that you're not supposed to do with time. I said 7 things you should do with time, but there are 4 things you're not supposed to do with time. So you see that there's more things to do with time, and there are some few things that you're not supposed to do with time. And the first thing is, what you're not supposed to do with time is don't miss time. Most of us are praying, God bless me, God move in my life, I want this to happen. Oh, I want to be, I want, by the time I'm 25, I want to be married with children. By the time I'm 45, I want to retire. They're all good ideas. By the time I am this, I'm doing that, I'm doing that. By the time I have my children, oh, I'm doing this. By the time, you have all these great ideas. They're good. But make sure you don't miss time. There are times. Remember, the Bible tells us in Ecclesiastes, chapter 9, verse 11, that time and chance happens to them all. God has given every one of us time and also chance. Time and chance happens to everyone. The race is not for the swift. We all have time. We all have time. There are some people, you can give them the whole world. You can meet with them, but they will not consider the meetings with them. These are precious moments. This is a timely meeting that I'm going to take advantage of this time. Don't miss time. There are people that will come in your life, and their purpose in your life is to help you get to the next stage of life, or will help you to climb the ladder, or will help you to achieve your life's goal. There are some people who come into your life. You may not like them because they don't sound like the people you used to, because they think differently. But they may be the ones God is bringing into your life to put you on track so that you will not miss your appointment or miss your destiny blessings. Don't miss time. Don't miss time. I mean, there are some people, they say, well, I saw it, but I wasn't convinced. But by the time I got ready to make a move, others went ahead of me. You may have opportunity. You may walk into a store. This is for ladies. You may walk into a store, and all of a sudden, you see the very thing you've been wanting to get for so many years, but now you see this thing here at the price. At the price. You don't have to do a layaway, but at a price you can afford. But you may be wanting to go to the next store to buy something and come back and pick this. But if you don't discern properly the timing, you miss it. By the time you move to the store and get what you're supposed to get, you can even come running back to the place, but by the time you come, somebody is holding it at the cashiers, cashing out. Many people are missing out on great opportunities. You cannot say, let me wait. It's not, no, let me wait. No. If you do that, you miss time. Don't miss time. There are times of refreshing. When those times come, take advantage of the time. Don't miss time. When certain times come, don't miss it. Don't miss it. Some of you always wanted to travel. You wanted to do this, and the time comes. And the time passes. And you'll be spending 30, 40 years reminiscing, oh, I wish I could have done this. I wish I could have done that. There are some parents, you miss certain times. You were on your way going up, but you got distracted. You met a girl, you met a guy who took all your time, and you missed your destined time. And as a result of it, you digressed or you move in the wrong direction. And here you are struggling, trying to find yourself because you did not follow the timing as planned by God for you. Don't miss time. That's the first thing I want to encourage you not to do. Do not miss time. Do not miss time. Do not miss time. And the second thing is, don't lose time. Don't lose time. Now, let me put it in this way. You see, if you are playing sports or you are in a competition, realize that somebody will win and somebody will lose. Some people, whilst they're engaged in the life of struggle, they lose time. Don't misunderstand some of the things you go through. Some of the things you go through are preparing you to win. You see, don't waste your trials. Don't waste your challenges. Don't waste the oppositions you've been through. They are preparing you for greater things. Don't lose time. Don't lose time to learn the lessons you're supposed to learn. Oh, I learned this lesson. I learned, because people lose out because of pride. When you are proudful, you will lose time. Don't be proud. Don't be proud. Oh, you know what? I nearly lost this opportunity, but because I listened, I was bored, I was tired, I was hungry, I was angry, I was frustrated, but somehow I was calm. I didn't hear what I was expected to hear for the past 20 minutes, but just within the time when my mind was off, I was awoken by this. I got it. I've won. Don't lose time. First, don't miss time. Number two, don't lose time. And number three, don't abuse time. Abusing is, an abuser is one who takes advantage of others, and out of bad attitude, they punish people who are not supposed to be punished. Don't be an abuser. Don't abuse time. Don't abuse time. Some people abuse time. You give them 1 minute, they'll take 10 hours. You give them 2 hours, they'll take 34 hours. Don't abuse time. There are some of you in your personal careers, God has put your blessings on hold, waiting for you to see if you would honor the times you promised to do what He called you to do. If you honor the timing of the Lord without abusing the time you have, God will make sure that you are blessed beyond measure. Don't abuse time. First, don't miss time. 2, don't lose time. 3, don't abuse time. And the fourth one is, don't waste time. You know how waste is. Some people can be very wasteful. They can be very wasteful. They have so much in abundance that they waste food. Some people will waste everything. They waste paper, they waste food, they waste water, they waste relationship. I mean, that means they just take it for granted. When somebody is wasting something as if there's no tomorrow, eventually they will be in need and they won't have what they lost. Don't waste time. Time is of essence. Don't waste time. There are some things you're supposed to do. Do it. You must do the work you're supposed to do. Do it. Don't get lazy. Don't get slothful. Don't waste time. Don't waste time. Don't waste time. Some people waste time because they want to make life difficult for others. Instead of just making sure that things are done properly and in order, you waste time. But to do these things, you have to be very intentional. You have to be very intentional. I don't want to miss time. I don't want to lose time. I don't want to abuse time. And also, I don't want to abuse time. And also, I do not want to waste time. Let me tell you what happens. Because time is of essence. Time is very important. Let me tell you what happens. If you don't discern timing properly, it will cost you. And let me mention the 4 things that happens. It will cost you energy. If you don't discern timing properly, and you are always out of time, it will cost you energy. You put your energy out and get nothing in return. Some people have wasted energy. That's number 1. Number 2, wasted resources. When you don't discern timing, you waste resources. Some people are bad investors. Bad investors. They are hyper investors. They don't invest with discernment. Because everybody is selling ice water, they also want to sell ice water. That's what happens when people don't actually understand their time and season on earth. They begin to copy everybody's time and everybody's season. Well, everybody is doing this, so I'm going to do this. No, they have time to do their work. You should have time to do your work. Stay within the realm or within the space of people who are sharing the same time with you. The people Jesus shared time with are the ones he empowered. So you have to understand that if you fail to discern timing, you will lose energy. Number 2, you will lose resources. And number 3, you will lose divine opportunities. There are divine opportunities that God has set for you. They are all time sensitive. So please, whatever you do, make sure that you discern timing. If you don't, you lose your energy. You put your energy in the wrong direction. Number 2, you lose resources. Resources. And resources are not just money. In different ways. Resources. You may lose resources. People. Relationships. You may lose talents, abilities. You may lose important things that actually can help you go forward. And number 3, you will also lose what I call divine opportunities. You have to be a time-conscious person. Timing is everything. If you don't discern it, not only will you lose divine connections, there are some people you have to meet in your life. You are praying that God should open doors for you, and God says, I have given the key to someone you're supposed to meet. If you meet them, they will open that door for you. There are some divine connections, be in business, ministry, relationship, career, life fulfillment. God has put in certain things around us, all connected to timing. And when you understand the timing and you follow the timings of the Lord, I'm telling you, you will rejoice in the end. So you realize then that those who don't discern timing, they lose energy, resources, they lose divine connections, and ultimately they can lose their lives. That's the 4 things that happen. These are 4 things that happen to those who don't discern timing. Timing is everything. You meet people Don't consider it accident. There's a reason why you met them. You go certain places, there are reasons why you go you go to those places. I mean, you have certain experiences, there are certain reasons why you have these experiences. Don't take them for granted. Timing is everything. When you wait on the timing of the Lord, you won't go wrong. Some people, their time comes in the morning, as I said, some in the afternoon, some in the evening, some at night, some at dawn. Wait on your timing. There are some people, when they are young, they are very powerful, famous. Some people, they are late bloomers. Everybody with their time. There are some people who are successful at their mid-age, and there are those who are successful very early in life, and there are those who get successful towards the end. If I have to choose, I want my latter days to be greater than my former days. So when things are not going the way they're supposed to go, don't fret. Don't lose sleep. Everybody has their time. Everybody has their time. In fact, life is a stage. The time will come when the audience will acknowledge your good efforts and they will applaud to your works. But when the curtain closes, go behind it and don't try to force your way through. Everybody has their time. Whatever you do, whether it's business, ministry, whatever, you have your time. Your energy level has its time. Your performance peaks out. Everybody has their time. When your time comes, shine. When somebody's time comes, stand aside, wave, support, and do what you can to keep them going. We all have time. Timing is everything. Don't lose time. Make use of time. Now, once again, if this message has been a blessing to you, I want you to listen to it again. Share this with your friends. In fact, I don't care where they are. This is not for one religious group. This is for everybody. Share this with your friends, those who believe in God and those who don't believe in God, because this message is practical enough to help each one of us about timing. 7 things to do with timing and 4 things not to do with timing. And what happens when you don't discern timing? Take this message seriously. I want to take a moment to invite all of you listening to join Life International as we come to you weekly with life-changing teachings, practical teachings, and messages that will help you to be victorious, successful believer, and accomplish your life's mission. I also pray that if you don't have a fellowship or a home or a place to actually get to join in with believers on a regular basis, you could join us online. You could also join us physically when we come to this region, Life International 5310. You can join us right here in the Research Triangle Park. Share us. And remember, all of our members, our partners, affiliates, and associates, they are scattered all over the world. So I want to take this time to encourage all of our online members. We love and appreciate you. Take this moment, listen to these messages, and go to our archives and share our messages with all your friends. Like, subscribe, and share. And remember, God is not done with you yet. He has great things in store for you. This Sunday, don't miss it. My message is you rise again. And I look forward to seeing you as we come together to do life. May God bless you, and may His face shine upon you, and may God give you all the victories that you need. And again, be blessed, because greater is He that is in you than he that is in the world. God bless.
Welcome, Life International online family. We are so excited that you tuned in to DOLifeTV, and we always look forward to seeing you online on Sundays at 10 a.m. and Wednesdays at 6 p.m. Don't forget to follow us on social media. We're on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. You can also subscribe to our e-newsletter and our YouTube channel and catch up on any sermons that you may have missed. Your giving is how we are able to continue the work that we do here at Life International and the work that we do in the community. If you'd like to support our ministry, please visit our website, worelifeinternational.us/give, or you can text to give. We appreciate your support and your donations. Look forward to seeing you next week. Bye.